Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis. It's Friday, and that means it's time for Friday Night Smackdown. Some Charlotte Flair, maybe some Roman Reigns.
Ramen?
Roman Reigns.
Why are we calling him Ramen?
That's how you say it there.
Where is there?
In wherever they're at tonight. It's ramen.
Where are they at
It's
tonight?
Top Ramen. I don't know. Finally, The Rock's probably back there, too.
Gross.
Wherever that is.
He's like, I really need some more money. I'm not acting because I refuse to work as an actor.
So I'm selling my liquor. Life in the fast lane.
They're in Sacramento, California. They're in Sacramento, California tonight. Just so
Right.
everybody knows where they are.
Canal.
We have 3 people in our chat right this second. We got Robert with us. Hey, Robert. We have Harley and Chris. Hey, guys. How's it going tonight? Everybody ready for your wonderful Friday evening at home watching wrestling? Anyways, Robert says, hey, what up? Not much. You guys
What
ready
up?
for your weekends? How was your week? You end it on a high note, a low note, or just glad to not be at work right
We
now?
have Charlotte versus Bayley as like a throwaway match. What the fuck?
They're like, this is garbage. Nobody cares.
Rey Mysterio's title's on the line.
We have Harley saying hello, my wrestling friends and family. Hello, Harley. You got ready? Are you ready for the weekend? You got plans? Big plans?
What kind of a plan?
I don't know. I'm just asking if they have plans.
Do you have a plan?
Chris says, what up? Not much. How are you? And Walter says, hey, Travis. Hey, Daphne. Hey, Walter. How's it going? How you doing, Walter? You ready for your weekend? Robert says it ended great. Thanks for asking. It's going to get better watching wrestling. Yeah? All the positive vibes happening from Robert tonight. They're starting out with those people who supposedly are with the Bloodline, but I feel like they're not. Jimmy and Solo. Special counsel. He's special, all right. Walter's like Jimmy Uso and Solo and Paul Heyman. Boo. Boo. Hiss. Boo. Harley says, doing wonderful. The Detroit Lions won last night.
I seen that. They crushed the Green Bay Packers at
Damn.
Lambeau Field.
They crushed the Green Bay
Well,
Packers?
it was 20-30 or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. Now Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi, how's it going? Did you wake up for this? Or have you already been awake for the night? I heard there was some wrestling on tonight. Should be good. Well, don't be shooting all over the place, Robbie.
Yeah, don't shit on the wrestling because you never know if it's actually going to happen.
Walter says AEW Rampage after, then Saturday AEW Collision. Yeah, if you're a big wrestling fan and you like AEW, you'll be watching those things. I will not. But there's supposedly a pay-per-view on this weekend for AEW as well. Wrestle Dream.
Dreaming of wrestling.
Travis hasn't talked to me about it yet, but while we were talking, when I said Wednesday we probably were going to be doing it, I regret saying that. But all the matches look like normal matches. So I was like, there isn't anybody who wouldn't know. Maybe 1, 2 possibly, but...
Is this you watching your mouth before I smack up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Walter says Falcons NFL Sunday are in London. Yeah,
London, England.
it's going to be a one that starts really early, so...
They're in Sacramento, California.
It's a hellhole. That's what I just heard. Hellhole.
Well, it is.
It's not Sacramento. It's called Hellhole.
The Sacktown, the Bay Area.
Hellhole. Walter also says AEW Sunday pay-per-view. I will be here. Yeah? Chris says LA Knight. Walter says, okay, hurry up, Paul. There's matches. He's got to give everybody a hard time, Walter. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Roman Reigns, or as Travis is calling him now, Ramen.
Roman Reigns.
What kind of flavoring is he?
Chicken.
Why is he chicken? Is it because he's yellow? Yeah. And if anybody wants to know what that means, it's called cowardice. Robbie's like, I'm good. D. Travis got a few days off. Been going for a walk where I live and went gym. Then had a special dinner at my mom and dad's.
Pimp
So
shit.
you have a few days off, or you have started your few days off? Like you've already had your days off, or you're having days off? That's cool that you went and had a special dinner with your mom and your dad. That's pretty cool. Glad you're able to do that. Good for you. And you went to the gym. Ridiculous. Surprised they have things you can utilize there.
This is the Kennedy assassination.
What is it?
That's what he said. It was the guy, the films, the cameraman at the grassy knoll. The Zooter or whatever his name was.
Chris says, ramen noodles reigns #1. Sophie's in the chat saying hi. Hey, Sophie. And Chris says, same, starting my days off. Nice. You got days off too, Chris? Good for you, buddy.
So do
Congratulations.
you.
When?
Got 2.
Oh, my God. I don't have extra days off. It's just a normal
You just have 2
weekend
days
off
off
for me. And I probably don't really have 2 days off because I'm pretty sure you're going to decide to do stupid shit
What do you want to do?
on Sunday. I had to take that out of my ear. It was very high. Is it still doing it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, thank God.
It was an ear
That
spike. Do you do
hurt.
that at the theater when you're watching scary movies?
That hurt my ear.
Did anybody go watch Saw 10?
People said it's really scary. Brandon says, be a Yim, marry Brandon Stevens.
Please do.
Sophie's like,
Knock
how
her
was
up.
your day? It was pretty good. Sophie, how about yours? You ready for your weekend, Sophie? Got any plans? Gonna go watch a movie or anything? Having a good time with your mom? Robbie says I started my days off from Friday. Oh, okay. So now that it's Friday night for you, or rather Saturday morning, Sophie says XFL and UFL are merging, which will be interesting, but who's going to be the owner? The XFL people, which is The Rock, or as we all really know him as, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne the Rocky.
Or the
Val
UFL
Johnson.
people. Is he selling out? Is he a sellout? I'd be surprised.
Because we the ones.
He's a sellout with wrestling. He might as well be a sellout with that too. Just kidding. Walter's like, okay, at 9:05 I'm going, but I'll be here Sunday for AEW pay-per-view if you guys go live. Yeah, well, we're still debating. Travis is a master at it.
This is what we need to do. In the front room. So I can watch all your TikToks.
Why?
Because then you can flip together.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I already did it.
What is it?
Watch.
Oh, what you were doing earlier.
And it works. It's actually really good quality and everything.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you're going to pay attention to that instead of what you should be
I'm
paying
done.
attention to.
I got it. I took a picture.
Mm-hmm.
The rest
Robbie
is rock
says,
and roll
yeah, my mom
history.
and dad cooked some special Moroccan food. Okay, now I probably butchered that. So is it Sean or Tian? Moroccan? How do you say it? Give me a way to say it correctly. Sophie says, how's the weather there? Sunny and slightly warm.
A lot better than it is in New York. Do you see New York?
No, I don't care for New York, so I don't ever watch their weather.
It's underwater.
Oh, God, that's hilarious. Oh, my God, are all their homeless people, like, drowning?
Do they have homeless people in New
I
York?
think so. Well, it'd be the vets now because they kicked the vets out of, like, the housing they had for them to put the homeless / illegal immigrants into their homes instead. Congratulations, New York. You win the prize of humanitarianism.
Why are you so mean to him?
Sophie says, I don't know who
Gomorrah.
owns this new football league. That's why I'm asking, Sophie. Is it The Rock? Is he buying out the UFL? Come on, people should tell me these things.
What the hell's the UFL?
United Football League?
That sounds dumb.
Or it's USFL. Maybe
Oh,
it's
the United States football.
FL.
Yeah.
That's probably what it
Donald
is.
Trump used to own a football team in that.
Sure. So it says Disney Plus is doing what Netflix did by cracking down on the password sharing. They announced it today. So they want to get rid of all their subscribers too. You know what? Disney's really cutting off their foot, aren't they? They're They're like, you know what? Fuck it. We don't have any money anyways, and we're losing money every quarter that we go. You know what? We might as well do it some more. Let's crack down on that password sharing.
Let's remake Cinderella with Dylan Mulvaney.
Walter says Stiller and Shep a good Smackdown. Sophie says, thank God I don't live in New York anymore. Yeah, you'd have to learn how to swim.
Snorkel. You'd have to learn how to snorkel. You'd be looking like
you know, at least they don't have to worry about crocodiles there, or alligators or whatever. Just sharks.
Why is this trash in the ring?
Who's the trash?
Oh,
it's that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are it's because they've been picking on AJ. Remember, they beat up AJ and they took him to the hospital.
Right.
Remember, AJ's broken.
This garbage just beat up the Bloodline.
I don't know.
This is the equivalent of AEW of fucking what's
Darby?
that little? No. Darby's at least a mid-carder. The little guy with the big arms, a midget.
Oh,
Captain Jack Morgan. He's a drink. Long John Silver.
the fuck? You throw out way too many names for me to give you a correct one.
It's John Silver.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the equivalent of John Silver coming in and just beating everybody up. They don't have anybody as big as these guys, but like Bloodline level.
He's like, totally, I got it. Robbie's like, is New York City a concrete jungle? Probably. Chris says Machine Gun Carl Anderson, baby. And Sophie says the password sharing crackdown will first hit Canada and it will come to the USA on November 1st. Well, what would we do without all your information, Sophie, of making our lives even more horrible than they already are?
Why is that horrible? Don't you like to learn something?
I do like to learn something,
Okay.
but I would rather be ignorant of some things in life. And that's one of them, about how stupid Disney really is. Disney, you're stupid. Just saying. Robbie says, how is John Cena stealing the main event time all the time? Is he stealing it? I have no idea what's happening. Is John Cena going to be the main event person again tonight? What? I don't... Dude, stop. Fuck off, man. Sophie's like, Shawn Michaels said in an interview he wouldn't mind CM Punk coming back to the WWE. Oh, I care what Shawn Michaels has to say.
Shawn Michaels.
No, that's what Michael said.
He's about as relevant as Andre the Giant right now.
Old Shawn Michaels. Somebody crack him in the back of the head. Maybe his eyes will go straight again. John's
like what? Like Uncle whatever his name is? Is it Uncle Ricky? Oh, Uncle...
Fester?
Uncle... Fuck.
I don't know.
Cousin Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
His kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she got kicked in the head by a horse and her eyes
mule,
went back straight.
But yeah.
Yeah.
John Sparklin's in the chat. Hey, John, how's it going tonight? You ready for your weekend? Says, what's up, peeps? What up? Sophie says Luke Gallows and Sheamus are both out injured. Oh, no! Not the injuries! Luke Gallows? What the fuck? How did he get hurt? I thought it was AJ.
He's 40 plus and he's like almost 7 foot tall. He's going to be hurt.
Robbie
like
says
Kimball.
John Cena's stealing the limelight all the time.
Yeah. Especially when he's not even there.
Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin, good to see you tonight. Says, did you saw the NXT No Mercy intro? They were paying homage to WWF No Mercy game from the Nintendo 64.
Good old days. That's awesome. No, I did not see that, but that's sick.
So he says this is interesting. A lot of WWE people have been saying nice things about CM Punk the last few weeks. Oh, is it because they're like, CM has been there, they fired you for no reason? Chris says, holy shite! My local news station already playing World Series promos.
Yeah, it's
like
that time.
cheering on Astros. I love the enthusiasm, but I'm sweating right now. Fuck the Diamondbacks. You know what, Chris? I hope the fucking Diamondbacks like totally run roughshod over your Astros because they're cheater McCheatertons.
The Astros are not going to be playing Arizona in the World Series. Arizona's in the National League. There's no way they're beating all the good teams in the National League.
They better beat them.
The Braves.
I want the
Dodgers.
Diamondbacks to win now for everything. Just take it home. Take that trophy home.
I don't even know if they have any good players.
Sophie says Edge WWE contract expires tomorrow, and there's a chance that he could show up for that AEW pay-per-view on Sunday night.
Holy sheep shit. Can you imagine?
Oh my god, he's totally going to get there, and like him and Christian are going to have like a brother bonding experience.
For the hundreds and hundreds of people there watching,
God.
it's going to get loud.
People, they're going to be like...
The hundreds and hundreds of
like
people.
The whole place is going to have an earthquake.
Where's that at?
I have no
idea.
idea.
It's in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, I mean a tsunami. Oh my god, what happened to his back? Because it's not his ass.
Was he,
What the fuck?
maybe sleeping with a werewolf last night?
Oh my god. You know what? No, I have no idea what he does. John's like, Astro's going down. Rob is like, were you ever a fan of ding dongs? No, not really. Not a fan of hostess ding dongs. I was a chocodile girl. Love me a chocodile.
Well, never mind. They were pretty good.
What?
The first one.
Ding dongs?
I was just gonna say I love ding dongs, but
well, you are a ding dong, and it's not surprising that you would.
Didn't come out right.
Child. Sophie says Matt Riddle had an interesting statement. You mean he could actually form a statement? That's pretty funny,
Was
Sophie.
it? Whoa.
The interesting part about that whole thing is that he could actually form a statement. Was it about porn? Because I feel it was about porn and drugs.
Could have been.
Why does it smell like shit? Is it you? Did you bring it in with you?
That's what I was going to ask if you farted, but I didn't want to say it out loud.
It's
so.
you! Me? I didn't fart. It's you. Is it on your shoes?
I doubt it.
Whatever. You don't watch where you walk, so you probably got poop on your shoe. And you're probably like spreading it all over the chair. Either that or your dog pooped in the house. He's like, well, nobody let me out, so I'm just going to take
He was outside. We were outside running
the little
around.
dog. Did he poop while he was out there?
We were out there running around.
But did he take a poop?
I don't know. I don't look at his ass.
Maybe you should start.
Frog splash. Hopefully that's it.
Not the brokenness.
There it is. It's over.
Oh, no. He broke him. He's dead. Carl Anderson is now going to be injured and in the hospital as well.
Just lost to one of the worst singles wrestlers in the history of the game. Yeah, my shoes are both clean.
It's out there then. Somebody took a poo-poo doo-doo. One of your dogs took a doo-doo.
A poop doo-doo. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Like the cranberries. Do-do-do.
Somebody's going to have to go clean it up.
I'll go. You have to give me a second.
This fucking stank. Got the stank. And not a good stank. That's nasty. Let's see.
You got spiked.
Oh no, he spiked him. He's injured too. Now the whole group's out forever. Sophie says, why do you think AEW ticket sales haven't been great?
Because they have nothing to watch. There's no talent. They've lost all their talent, and the talent they do have, they don't use. So it's like, there's no reason to watch it at all.
They're in a stalemate of stupid.
They have no star. There's nobody that you're like, I cannot wait for Wednesday.
Right?
There's just nobody. There's nobody you're like, oh my. Could be Argus, because he's laying right here.
Oh, God. Are you sure? I feel like there's a giant pile of poop somewhere. It's permeating the whole house. So you're telling me that your dog just like swung his ass around to the office room and just let out a big old fart.
It's probably when you lay down.
Somebody got hit in the face, but I wasn't watching. Did Solo smack his ass?
Smack Jimmy?
Somebody smacked Jimmy in the head, but I don't know who it was. I wasn't watching enough to know.
What were you looking at?
I was looking at the chat screen.
I'll clean up the cat poop real quick, but
I don't think it was cat poop smell.
it's definitely not.
Yeah, where's your mind at going up against old Ray? Brandon's like, Mia, yeah, marry me. And Sophie says, imagine Matt Riddle coming to AEW. Chris says the only good thing about D-backs was Randy Johnson. Plus, he played for Strohs as well. Ooh. Tyler is in the chat. Hey, Tyler, good to see you tonight. Says, Travis, I sent you a TikTok. Uncle Howdy was speaking to my inner demons. Ravi says, D acting like her shit don't stink. Roses really smell like poo. Oh my God, Ravi, seriously. Like, it's farts are fine, but a constant smell of shit is no fun. Sophie says, with this Jimmy Uso storyline, it seems like they forgot that Jimmy turned on the Bloodline. I don't think they did. Sophie says, you can see clearly Paul Heyman's gray hair. Oh no, it's probably because he's old. And Rob is like, it's a good thing we don't have smelly vision. You fucking think? And Chris says, Mia looking like Jeff Hardy. Sophie says they don't have a female to counter that Mia Yim just did. And, oh, that's who it was. Mia Yim hit him. Well, there you go. Chris says the only thing AEW has is the women. I'm like, I can't wait for the women. You know, Sophie, they kind of do. What they should do is get Nia Jax to beat her up. That'd be fucking hilarious. Like, you're going to do it for the fucking family, aren't you? And she'll be like, I totally am. How did you know? Sophie says, Mia hit Jimmy. Thank you. I wasn't looking up. I was looking at the chat. John says, it was Lacey Evans. Don't lie. It's not cool. Don't like it. Robbie says, the Uso family all look the same. What the fuck? John's like, they are turning on Ray. And Sophie says, NXT No Mercy featuring some main roster stars. Robbie says, Mia Yim with a slap that could wake up the dead. And Sophie says, they could also add Nia Jax to the Bloodline. They don't really need to add her to the Bloodline, but they could utilize her for the Bloodline, right? All they have to do is contractually sign her and be like, for the family. Like the hit woman for the women's side of things, so she can go sit on what's-her-face. You okay? Did you have a problem? You almost fall down? Sophie's like, or Tamina. Ravi says, D, they do look the same. I know they are family. Are you talking about Jimmy and Jay and Solo? Yeah, they're brothers. So they do have some similar features. Two of them are identical. As twins. Why are his feet so big? Oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah, that's so it. Ooh. Rebecca Chatless is in the chat. Hey, Rebecca says, hey, WWE, buds of mine. And Sophie says it is sounding like we might get Roman versus LA Knight for the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view.
Not AJ anymore? I thought it was going to be AJ Styles.
He got broken. Remember? He's all broken. They broke him. John's like, I don't see it. Right? Like, who are these people? They're not related. That's ridiculous.
Big deal energy.
That just looks stupid. People watch that crap?
No,
Fuck.
but they probably do.
Blech. Tyler says Edge confronts Cage Sunday. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
No. Maybe.
Sophie says people think Adam Cole is faking his injury. Rebecca says, who is your little dude with glasses?
It's Mr. McBossman.
That's Mr. McBossman. We have to keep him forever now. He's an ode to Bray Wyatt and his puppets.
We got to see him during the John Cena match at WrestleMania.
It's pretty funny.
He was on commentary.
Sunday.
There's an early game on Sunday, too.
Got the Redskins against the Eagles, and the Rams, and the Colts, and the Vikings, and the Panthers, and the Bucks, and the Saints, and the Bengals, and somebody else. I didn't catch it.
All that matters is tomorrow night.
Taylor's like, where's Ayla? She's probably working. She works on Fridays until kind of late.
About
Sometimes
6:30.
6:30. She might be in here and she might not. She does have
8:30.
children and a family.
Oh, what you looking
and
at?
Life stuff she has to do. So it's weird.
4 eyes. Smack it!
You saw what happened out there? Dumb bitch smacking me.
Spike him! Spike it!
It's like, I didn't do it. Paul's like, it's okay.
He should follow him around and just hand him cash.
Call Roman Reigns.
You know what I mean?
Your boy's getting at him.
Like, he should have gave
Paul?
that guy some money.
It's okay. Give him cash.
It's in
That's
Scar.
fine.
He does it in Scarface. The one guy follows Tony around.
After
and
he beats everybody
just,
up.
He just hands people money.
It's okay. I'm sorry he did that to you. This will make it better.
Like when they're at the restaurant and he's all,
$2,000. It'll make
I'm
it
a bad guy. He pays for everybody's dinner. The dude's like, weird.
Is that when he was fighting with what's her face?
The girl, yeah. The skinny crackhead. The white gold, whatever they call her.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. 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 Pfeiffer.
I like her, but I do not like her in that movie.
She's gross. You know the movie I like her the best in? Batman.
Yeah, it's not bad. in Batman.
Meow. She's Catwoman. I feel like she's the best Catwoman, but you know.
Halle Berry's pretty damn good looking too.
That's
But
not about that. I just don't feel like she makes a very good Catwoman. I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer made a pretty good Catwoman. Like the whole crazy thing.
didn't they do Catwoman with what's her name too?
Who's what's her name?
Clueless?
No, she was
Batgirl?
Batgirl.
Oh.
Yeah. Blech.
What was her name? Jennifer? No. That's F.
That's F. That's F. Let's see. Steph says, I feel like we might see Solo versus Jimmy at some point. And Chris says, Dominik wears his hair long, and it's not because of Eddie. It's a trend currently. The Mexican rapper by the name of Peso Pluma has same hair and look, trying to stay relevant. Well, I just thought it was because everybody wanted a mullet, but you know.
All the kids want a mullet.
Tyler's like Jimmy thinking he the tribal chief, and Sophie says to keep teasing her Grayson versus John Cena match. And Walter says Grayson Waller, boo! Bobby Lashley, beat him up! Kill him! Murder with murder!
I don't hate Grayson Waller by any means, but he's one of the guys that could go.
He makes it not that better.
That's, I mean, he's a guy that could go and nobody would miss it.
Aoife's in the chat. Hey,
Aoife.
Aoife. Good to see you tonight. Hey, how's the waitressing job going, sweetie? How's your drinking problem? Walter says, oh, Brooklyn, New York has floods.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, Walter, they're underwater.
Everybody
all the
out.
brownstones are completely flooded in the basement.
All the kids are out there just snorkeling, watching turtles mate.
Tyler's like, Steelers versus Texans. Walter says, Edge is AEW, and I heard CM Punk is coming to WWE. Why?
Hell
the money.
yeah, it's gonna be so sick.
Oh,
I can't
Walter.
wait.
You and Sophie are like on the same rumor mill feeds, aren't you?
I can't wait.
Sophie says, would you
CM
be surprised
Punk?
if Edge does re-sign with the WWE?
No, I think Edge will come back and probably his first feud will be against CM Punk. What?
You and your stupidity of weirdness.
And the winner wrestles Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
So it was like, so I guess the kids in New York missed school today? No, whatever. So they just boated
They
them there.
could
It's
swim.
fine. They just taught them from home. Isn't that what they all wanted?
You know,
was-
the funnier part
they're
about
like,
it,
well,
like,
we can't have another pandemic. I know.
I
Let's flood the streets.
I don't like to make fun of people's problems, but sometimes when your problems are like self-made, it's
How
funny.
can you not blame them?
So if you look at the videos
Oh, man.
and the cars that are stuck,
Is Is it because they were dumb?
They're still driving. Their brake lights are on and shit. And it's like up to their window. Like, it's not pouring in yet. So it's like that. And they're just fucking driving. Like, that's a Prius, dude. That shit ain't made for that.
They're all in their electric cars. Well, I'm just going to go through this. I don't have any exhaust pipe. It's fine. Starts on fire. Because the old Teslas will. Because their batteries are so volatile that if you get them wet, they literally will explode.
They can, for sure. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Who is it? The Street Profits. They're all upset because Bobby didn't want to be their friends anymore. They're like, dude,
Look how
are they going
dressed
to
they
turn
are.
on him because they're like, how dare you?
No. They're all wearing the same outfit.
Aoife says, it's good. Was working today and am working all weekend. I'm in college now. Well, it's half college, half school. I'm going to actual college next year, though, which is hopefully better than this one. What the fuck are you doing then?
You're like in the kindergarten of college.
You're in preschool. Pre-college. Why are you in pre-college? What the fuck is that about?
Do you have to pay for that?
What's pre-college?
Is it at the same building at least? Like, so you can party
Do you
with the
go
same
to, like,
people?
the college, like, campus? Is it just in a different, like, area? Are you, like, fenced off from the rest of the kids? Sorry. I just want to make sure here. Prove it. Beat the fuck out of somebody.
Beat 'em up!
Walter's like, no school in New York. Blame the hurricanes. I ain't blaming no hurricane, Walter.
It ain't no hurricane. It's
New
a
York's
tropical
flooding
storm.
because they're dumb.
They've had nothing but moisture all year. What's happening here?
They proven it? What? How do we prove it? Tyler's like, I'm going to go swimming in the streets of Brooklyn. It's flooding. And Walter says, okay, Street Profits, boo. Why?
Prove it. Let me see what you got.
Don't beat him up. Don't beat up Bobby.
They're going to go beat up Homeboy.
Oh, hey, there you go.
A-Town down, baby! Austin's trying to get there. He's trying to get as big as Bobby. Couple more years. If that's the shape he wants.
He's like, well, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of steroids in me. He's like, got back acne. It's gross.
Well, you want to get as big as you can get
His
in your
back
prime.
is like acne-ish.
He's basically trying to get the John Cena build. His legs aren't coming around.
He needs to not skip leg day is what he needs to not do. Maybe you should start putting the steroids in his calf muscles.
And the thing is like when you lift for looks, you look like that. But when you lift for strength, you look like Braun Strowman or Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. Because you do power movements, which are up, and that's all this stuff. That's your neck and your shoulders and your back.
Oh, God. What the... Oh, my God. This guy's still around?
Why is
God
Cameron
damn.
Grimes still on the roster?
Why do we have this person? Boo. Boo. Boo.
Theory better run through him like a freaking runaway train. God, can I not talk?
Sophie says that also stinks for people that still had to go to work. Yeah, well, you know, bus systems and subways. Oh, wait, the subways were probably
They
flooded
had to close
too.
the subways because they were underwater. Not all of them, but some of them.
Oh, fuck. Aoife's like, I haven't drank in 2 weeks. We went out after work one Saturday and ended up on the floor outside the bar. My friend's dad found me. Good times.
What
Yeah,
the
that's...
fuck?
Yeah,
That's
probably-
awesome. But you're a girl. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to be safe.
like,
Or have friends that actually fucking take care of you. Jesus Christ. They're like, well, fuck it. Just leave her there. That's a nasty-ass friends. You don't... Those are enemies, not friends.
who needs enemies with friends like that?
Sophie says, at least they're making us guess where the Street Profits Bobby Group storyline is going.
Well, we know what's going to happen right now, right? Austin and Dipshit are going to
Grayson?
start wrestling.
Oh.
The Street Profits are going to jump in, and now they're going to team up against the Street Profits.
Ew, Cameron Grimes.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
I just made that up.
disgusting.
That's my guess. That's my WWE booking.
Aoife says, yes, it's like pre-college. I chose to do it. It's a year-long course, but I was meant to do it in sports, but ended up in maternity.
What the?
What? I'm
Like-
doing pre-teaching in actual college next year. Might drop out of this. Okay, so instead of being in like a sport one or
Hey, it's
something,
that girl.
Do you know her?
You know her?
Do you know her?
Yeah, she's that one in that show you like.
Yes, the poker face one. I
But
need to keep
but
watching
she's
it.
from
It was pretty
American
good.
Pie.
Yes.
And so yes, I know who she is. She's the lesbian.
Yes. She has drug issues in real life. Drugs.
That's what I need. A drug issue. What kind of drug?
Anyways, what do you mean by in maternity? Like,
Maternity, like motherhood?
yeah, like what is that?
What is maternity?
What is it over there? Like that's different.
They're going to teach you how to be a mom.
So you're supposed to do a pre-college thing in sports like what? Sports medicine, sports like athletics, of like coaching and stuff like that. Like what? Can you please explain?
Elaborate.
Walter's like Austin Theory, boo, and Aoife says it's like a year-long course, basically. Yeah, we understand. But wouldn't it want to be something that you would utilize for what you were going to do in college? Sophie says, see how packed this arena is? Take notes, AEW. And Walter says, Cameron Grimes for the win. Tyler says, I'm thinking that since Edge is no longer part of the SmackDown intro, I'm thinking that he re-signed with and now his contract expires October 1st, but you never know.
It'd be interesting.
Okay. John says he must be Vince's new boy toy. Ew. Sophie says it'll be interesting when Jimmy, Jay, Solo, and Roman all interact again on TV, and this time with Cody involved. Aoife says, yeah, it was kind of dangerous. I don't know what happened. I lost my friends in there. It was so busy, but they found me eventually. The random people looking after me yelled at them. I felt so bad. You know what? They should have yelled at them.
So, question. Did you count how many drinks you had? And the next time you go out, have less.
Yeah, like have less.
Just have
Maybe
less. And
have
eat
less.
eat more, have less.
Yeah, eat bread. Like lots of bread.
And are you drinking beer or is it liquor? Because liquor will do that to you.
Liquor.
Liquor sneaks up on you.
Liquor. But if you eat bread, you'll be fine. Sophie says we still don't know what Roman reaction to Jay showing up on Raw thanks to Cody. In a way, I can't wait for SmackDown move to the USA Network. And Aoife says, like delivering babies, maternity, midwives, all that.
Oh, that's kind of
I kind
cool.
of figured that's what you meant, but I wanted to make sure and clarify so I wasn't assuming or guessing because I don't want to be an asshole.
Like me.
John says, Sophie, you have lots of time on your hands. That's what happens when you don't work at a job. Ravi says, did you ever see Austin Theory making it this far?
Yeah. You could tell when he first came up. He's not very good on the mic, and that's what's going to hold him back for his whole career. Like, he's never going to be the mega star.
Yeah.
But
Aoife says, it's called a PLC post-leaving cert course. It can help you get into college, but I have a place already. Just moved it to next year. I was going to do sports science, go prepare me for PE teaching, but it turns out the campus that course was on is too far, and the bus doesn't go that far. So I moved to one in town, which is maternity, because my friends were in it. It gives me something to do for the year.
yeah.
It definitely does, and there's nothing wrong with learning the information because they'll teach you a lot of different things. You're going to be taught first aid stuff. You're going to be taught CPR. I mean, things that you're going to be able to utilize in your life. Plus, if you do go into PE or sports medicine, it will help in that area too. So don't knock it. Don't quit it. I would keep with it. It might be a little weird because some of it really won't apply, but it's good knowledge to have. So don't ever not learn something because it's not of what you may want to go to later, because there's probably a lot of stuff in it that will help with where you want to go. That's how I would look at it anyways. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Do.
Are we singing?
No. Your dog's just farting up a storm, though. And it's just wafting in here because he's probably in the bathroom area.
Yes, he's sleeping by the toilet.
He's like, I'm right here. And it's just like, bleh. It just wafts in.
Like, hello.
Like, hello.
Came to say hi.
It's my steak.
Oh!
It's stinky
Oh
little
no!
shit.
Those.
Rob is like, eating is cheating. Come on now. What's eating and why are we cheating? Sophie says, so I'm guessing Dragon Lee is getting a call up from NXT. That was quick. He just signed with the WWE not that long ago. Doesn't mean he's getting a sign up or anything. He's there because he's having a feud with
Dominik Mysterio.
And because he won't go down to
NXT.
That means that guy has to show his face on all the WWE shit that he may be up on. So there you go.
And then he can take that title back to NXT.
Where it fucking belongs.
And leave us alone on the main roster.
And John's giving you the grossness of liquor in the front, a poker in the rear.
Had a shirt that said that. It was a Big Johnson shirt. Loved it.
Rebecca says, are you Team Subway? If yes, sandwich of choice. I am not Team Subway. I do not like their sandwiches.
So the best sandwich they have is a meatball sub that has like spaghetti sauce on it.
Marinara sauce and cheese.
That shit's...
It's all baked and hot. Gross.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
Travis's. That he did eat at Subway a lot, and that was his Subway sandwich at the time, which was like 20 years ago.
It was 20 years ago.
But I was never really a Subway fan. If I got a Subway sandwich, it was usually a turkey sub.
Come on,
That was
Theory,
about it. That
in
was very
this
boring.
shit.
Sophie says, with
BAM!
some NXT talents, it seems like it takes them forever to get the call-up. And Cameron Grimes is dead.
He ran through him
Now,
like he should have.
are the Street Profits going to come down and beat these two up?
You know, probably not because they're in their suits and they left.
Yeah, they left.
But I thought that's what was going to happen. I'm so glad that that's the way this went because Grimes is terrible.
Aoife says, I was drinking double vodkas all night. I blacked out very early because I don't remember anything past the first hour. Did not mean
It's
to
that
do
vodka. It's clear liquor. I call it the devil. And I can't talk right now. I don't usually talk with a list. But I call it the devil because you don't know when it's going to happen. And when it does, it's like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And you're just hammered drunk to the point that it sucks because you can't enjoy the rest of the night.
Maybe you should just drink single vodkas instead of doubles.
Or don't drink vodka at all.
Yeah, there you go. Drink beer.
Yes, drink beer.
Sophie says, oh, Cameron Grimes, I didn't realize that he was still on the roster since we haven't seen him in a long time. That's weird, Sophie. We just said that like 10 minutes ago. Aoife says, yeah, that's true. Some info will be useful to me. We are doing a first aid thing next week. That's good stuff to know. It sure is. You'll get to know a lot of stuff. In fact, the CPR stuff you'll get to learn will be not only on like adult people, but it'll be for CPR for children and babies. And that kind of stuff is good knowledge to have. So, yeah, I think you should stick with it. You'll learn a lot of stuff, and it really won't be a waste of your time because I bet you anything, 75 to 80% of the stuff you learn will be stuff that you can switch over to whatever you're doing in college.
Plus, you might be able to deliver a baby on a bus or something.
Yeah, who knows? John says degree in drinking and heing and sheing. Sophie says, but with that Dragon Lee video package, it looked like a call-up could happen. Sophie says now Dragon Lee is feuding with Austin Theory. Only because of that title thing, but sure. Aoife says, I think I should do that. Yes, one of the chefs at work told me to just drink beer. Yeah, just drink beer. And eat food. Like, literally eat food. Eat food before you start drinking.
So
And eat food while you're drinking.
So no shit. I got drunk on vodka one time. And I was hammered. And I don't remember what happened. But I broke my thumb. And it's still, to this day, this is 22 years ago now. And my thumb is still bigger than my other thumb. This joint, you can see it there.
Yeah, because he never got it fixed. Anyways, Rey Mysterio's coming out for that match.
No way!
It is. It's happening.
It's Ray,
And
baby!
Santos Escobar, guy.
And
It's
Santos
for that
Escobar.
United States Championship. Who's going to win? Who's it going to be?
Santos.
Think Santos is going to win it? They're going to give it to him? Ray's going to be all like, of course you can have it.
He'll just hand
We're
it to him.
besties. So Aoife, this has always been my thing. I'm not a mixed drink kind of person. I take shots, and I always do a shot and drink a glass of water after. So it's shot water. So what you could do is beer, and then water. Not like a water, but like a half a glass of water, and it'll kind of break that up, so you're not just constantly pounding beer. Might just kind of help.
It's just a different drunk.
You just want to be enjoyable.
It's a different drunk feeling when you drink beer anyways.
No, I don't remember anything, and bad things could happen to me. We don't want that.
Beer takes the edge off, and liquor turns the lights off.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Because I've got so drunk off beer before that I was sick, but I remember it.
Yep. Piccolo's in the chat, though. Hey, Piccolo, good to see you tonight. Glad you can make it. Says happy Friday, Gab Gang. Yes, it is
Woo!
Friday.
It's Friday. You know, I thought it was Wednesday all day.
Sophie says sometimes when they showed us a video package of a talent, usually leads us to something big later on. You know, I don't know. I think it's just the feud he's having with Dominik for that.
It could be.
Who
knows?
Sophie.
I mean, obviously he's not going to do anything on the main roster. He's Chad Gable at best, and that's if he can talk. And I don't think he can. I don't think.
And for all I know, or we know, he could have had feuds with Austin Theory when they were in NXT, but I don't remember.
No, he
and
was
I didn't
signed.
know Dragon
he came
Lee was even around.
Yeah, he came from like New Japan or
okay.
Lucha Underground or something.
Okay.
Just barely. He's only been there for like a year.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Piccolo says, "Dang, this week went by fast." It sure kind of did. So
they're going to keep going faster and faster because Christmas is less than 3 months away.
So it says, "Wow, once again, a championship match isn't main eventing SmackDown. That is like the second week in a row." And Ravi says, "Drinking is only bad when you mix your drinks. I remember when I did that in my early 20s. The next day felt like a whirlwind." Okay, so Ravi, it's bad if you are drinking double vodkas and you're drinking enough of them in an hour that you're blacked out already. That's not good. That means that you literally are drinking one every like 5 to 10 minutes in an hour. So, you know.
Yeah. And I don't know how big she is, but she's probably not very big.
No, she's tiny.
Yeah.
So maybe like Ayla size, maybe. You know, so, you know, I don't care how Irish you are.
7 shots is going to get you screwed up.
Whiskey, maybe. Vodka, no.
The clear liquor is the devil because it doesn't taste bad. And you can always mask it and make it taste delicious. And then your night's over because now you're...
I wish it worked that way for me, but the drunker I get or like the more buzzed I am, no matter how well that mixed drink is or how like... You know what I mean? Like, let's say it's the same amount each time, and the first one tastes like juice. By the third one, it literally tastes like alcohol. And I'm like, oh, this is gross. Why is it so gross? Let's see.
You ever done gin?
No.
Gin's better than vodka.
Never have had
with
gin.
Mixed drinks. It's a little drier.
Sophie says, I think Santos was going to win it
Yes.
when he was scheduled to face Theory when he was U.S. champion.
Yeah, me too. That's why I think that he'll probably take it here.
Robbie says, drink Guinness. That will put hairs on your chest. Piccolo says, thinking about getting Netflix back just for one show. You know what? Piccolo, what you do is you just get it for a month. And you pay for just 1 month, right? Have it, watch your show for whatever, and then get rid of it. And then do a different streaming service or something for the next month. And, like, do that for your year. Like, so, like, January is Netflix month or whatever you think a new show will come out,
HBO
right? But just, you know, cycle them through so you're only having one streaming service
a
month.
Ashante getting his ass handed to him by an Uso.
Oh, no. Who's he beating up?
Is B-Fab going to smack him too?
Who is that? Oh, it's a
Ashante.
shitty. That's funny. Oldest shitty out there.
No top dollar to help him. He's going to get spiked.
Not the big guy.
Get him, Solo.
Oh, no. He's like, I'm going to murder you.
Oh, no, he
too.
didn't spike him.
He's like, here's a table for you.
He man-slammed him.
Rawr. Why are they just being weirdos? I'm pretty sure this isn't what
They're
Roman
beating
Reigns
everybody
wants
up
them to
because
do.
they don't want him to be John Cena's partner.
Oh, but why would he be his partner?
I have no idea. Like, John Cena's going to go to the...
John Cena's going to go to the lowest of the low. Oh, you want to be my partner?
Just go get Cameron Grimes if you're going to go that low. What the hell is she
Whatever,
wearing?
just go get...
So her upper
Takeshita.
half...
Or not Takeshita, what's his face? Tozawa. Started with a T. Tozawa.
Oh, take a shit. Anyways, did you see Zelina? She's got like a motorcycle jacket on over her the sleeves and to here. And then from here down, she's got like a bathing suit bottom on.
She might have a bathing suit top on for all we know.
It's not really a bathing suit, but...
Yeah, it's not very flattering, that's for sure. It's a little bit different than she normally wears. Not that she needs to have her ass and her boobs hanging out at all times, but it makes her look very weird in like her neck area and stuff. So, it's extremely flattering for sure. So if it says, oh, SmackDown is getting the top 25 moments special next Sunday, which is interesting since it's happening the night right after the pay-per-view, Saturday. Says, I don't go on Netflix that much anymore. Like, I don't know what they have show-wise. And Piccolo says, Jin is my best friend. Robbie says, I don't drink drinks every 10 minutes. Robbie, I know. Neither do I. I'm just saying that's might be what
you guys want to have
doing.
a blast. What you do is you get your group of guys or girls, whatever.
Or friends.
Your peeps.
Your people.
You take shot glasses, but you do it with beer. And you do a shot every minute. And 12 minutes in, you're 1 beer in. It's no big deal, right? 24 minutes, you're 2 beers in. Not a big deal. All of a sudden, you're an hour in. You've almost forgotten about the game because you guys are all talking about whatever's fun in life. And it gets super fun. Like 2 hours in, you're kind of fucked up and you've already moved on to other things.
Right.
You ever played Asshole?
No.
I have, but I forgot how to play it.
Cool. It says to follow the House of the Usher is what it's called. Cool, yeah. John says gin and juice cola. Sophie says me and my mom started watching NYPD Blue on Hulu. And Piccolo says, Jordan has hair nowadays. Robbie says, I do like a rum and ginger ale that goes down well. Sophie says, Tiffany Stratton might get the main roster call up next. Walter's like, go Ray, win. Piccolo says, I'm a Tom Collins guy. Fancy with my pinky in the air. John says, Tiffany has main roster rack. And Walter says, Jimmy and Solo beating up people backstage. Boo!
Yeah, but does Tiffany have the story and the presence to carry herself on the main roster without the time, right? Like in NXT, she's getting nothing but time.
Yeah.
She's like a feature. She's not going to get that on the main roster.
That match started, guys, with Santos and Ray, by the way.
So you've got to be able, as a woman, when you get your opportunity, you have to make it count all the time because it could be once every 3 weeks that she's on TV.
Right.
Like Bayley, Charlotte. You know, you got to make it hit.
Yeah, you do. Got to hit it. I mean, make it hit.
Well, you just got to but you have to make it. When was the last time you saw Bianca?
I thought she was taking a break.
I
thought she had an injury.
That's what I'm getting at. So when she comes back, they're not going to spotlight her, but she'll have to, every time she shows up, it's important. So your entrance is important. What you do in the ring is important. What you say on the mic is super important because you might not get TV time again.
Walter says Jimmy and Solo. Oh, I read that. And Sophie says Netflix did add ads now, only to 1 tier of their stuff, Sophie. Piccolo says he used to play beer pong, but it's been years now. And Sophie says, I don't know what is the big deal about sharing passwords with other family members that don't live with you on whatever streaming service. When did Netflix and Disney Plus care about people sharing passwords? What's funny about it, Sophie, is when Netflix first came about, that was their biggest platform thing, is why they were different than all the other streaming services, because they didn't care if you shared your password.
Now that's Dish Network, because Dish Network, their commercials talk about it. Sending your kid off to college, but you can send them off with the app, and they can watch their favorite shows, so they're still at home.
Yeah,
and
that's what you would want, right? You want to make sure that your children have the abilities to watch TV. John says if they give Chelsea Green time and Nick's junk, Tiffany is better than them.
I agree. 100%.
John also says it's stealing Sophie. Piccolo says, has Nia had a return match yet?
No.
No, Piccolo. She doesn't really have return matches. She just beats people up. Although, she
she had a match.
With Zoe.
She beat Zoe.
Oh, yeah. She had an actual match. She didn't just beat her up.
She did on Monday. She beat Zoe.
That's right. John says 2 weeks ago, Cola. Did she have 2 weeks ago at a return match? Sophie says Netflix sent out their very last DVD today.
Heard about that. And don't you get to just keep it?
I don't know if that was true. I have no idea. I didn't look into that.
They were just giving their DVDs away.
Oh, really?
But I don't know how they were doing it. I didn't know they still did the DVD plan thing. I used to love that. That was like seriously like a huge part of my life, like a big memory that I have.
I know.
I used to get like 9 CDs a week.
Mine too. Mine was a Blockbuster and Netflix for a long time. Blockbuster really slept on that one. They should have taken over Netflix. They'd still be around, and people would be like, "What's Netflix? Do you remember Netflix?"
Now it's, do you remember Blockbuster?
Now it's like, what the fuck is Blockbuster? Do you still have one of those cards? You know what? I actually
oh my
might
God,
still
I
have
bet
my
you I
Blockbuster
do.
card.
I didn't even think about that.
Like, I wonder if I still have it, like somewhere stuffed in a drawer. I would not be surprised.
The keychain. Remember they had a little keychain.
Oh,
too?
yeah, that's right. I don't know if I ever got one of those.
I had the keychain for their American Video, and there was one other one. What was the other one? It's Great American Video. Blockbuster, and then...
Was there... Great American Video was the one down over by Albertsons, right? Because there was 2 of them on main part of Yellowstone.
Hollywood Video.
Hollywood, that was it. Hollywood Video and Blockbuster were like fighting against each other.
Yeah, they were almost across the street.
Mm-hmm.
I had all 3 of those on my keychain.
I didn't have 3 of them on my...
and then, well, I didn't have a keychain one, but then they had the one up there on Jefferson, too. That one I went to a lot.
The K&B stuff.
I don't know why.
Fuck, I don't know. Don't know.
Had a little convenience store attached to it. You just walk through.
Picola says, do you have a huge collection of physical media stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
I have a tote full of it. I don't look at it, but yeah, I have about 2,000 movies or something.
Yeah. Yes, we have a huge collection of physical media still that have not been gotten rid of. Sophie says, I don't think Netflix and Disney Plus would actually know if people will still share passwords after the crackdown happened. I don't know. Robbie says, where did it go wrong for Zoe? She came to WWE
She went to the main roster.
A little too soon for what she was.
Yeah, she's not there. She's not that.
No matter how much they threw in her face and no matter how much they backed her with, what's her name?
Yeah.
Trish.
Uh-huh. I was yawning, so I couldn't answer.
Picole's like in the garage. There are boxes of old VHS tapes. My dad was a huge recording pirate.
Yeah,
my mom was too, so I have a whole bunch at my parents' house.
I threw all mine away, my VHS ones.
I have a whole bunch of Disney VHSs that aren't even open. Yeah. And DVDs. Like a whole bunch of Disney movie DVDs that aren't even open.
You have the Black Diamond ones?
I don't think so. I never got those because they were so much money. At the time, they were expensive. Mm-hmm. John says, I remember going to the video store, renting movies, only allowed 3 at a time, right? Be kind, rewind.
And we'd watch them all in one night.
Usually,
and take them back the next day. It's
yeah, I know, three at a time.
6, 7 hours of movie watching with your buddies or whatever on a Friday.
Yeah. Like, you might, keep one to watch the movie again and again a couple times, but other than that. Sophie says, I feel bad for the people that don't have Netflix or Disney Plus, and they only go at it because of the shared password. Yeah. Sophie says, I have physical video games like the PS5 and PS4. We have a lot of physical video games, actually. There's a stack over there. There's a whole line of them up there. I have some out at my dad's. There's a lot of physical video games. And not just for the PS5 and PS4, Nintendo ones and
basic Nintendo,
Xbox,
Super Nintendo,
Xbox 360.
Atari. Speaking of Ataris.
Yeah. Sophie says, if you still have WWE 2K22, they announced the online of that will expire like sometime in January. I think GameFly still have physical DVDs. Well, GameFly is different because they actually had games, which I had GameFly as well. I had GameFly, Blockbuster.
Did you
and
have
Netflix
the machine
all
where
at
you
the
could
same
put it
time.
in and it would burn it?
No, for GameFly.
No, it would be the system. You could chip them and then put the game in it. It would burn it to it.
Yes, I had a modified
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah, I have a modded.
I've got
Xbox.
2 Xboxes. I was thinking about doing it to one of them.
Ramblin' Rabbit in the chat. Hey, Ramblin' says, hey, dude, listen to me. I'm your biggest fan.
Hell to the yeah.
People says, has anyone ever been banned from video stores since you were late in your accrued fees? Accrued fees? Excuse me. Accrued
No.
fees. I don't know of anybody that was ever banned from the video store. Like, I know in some places, like, they put up pictures or shit of people, but I don't remember us ever having
I will tell
having
you
anything like that. But
I will tell you
something.
something that's true. I could not find Scarface, the movie. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I rented it and kept it.
Oh,
and
God.
then I took them $20.
I paid him for it.
I'm like, I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. That's
Now,
how.
did you keep it?
Yeah.
And then wait for them to charge you, or did you keep it
And then tell them I
wait
lost
a few
it?
days,
No,
like
yeah.
you were going to return it, and then you're like, oh man, I lost it,
It's
so I
gone,
can't
man.
return it to you. Here's $20.
Right. Or whatever. It was like $22.50 or something. That's a lot back then.
Fuck yeah, it is. Considering you could buy $5 fucking movies now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, both downloadable and physical content. So if it says I love GameFly, you can send it back anytime you want, and that is how I know what games I wanted for both my birthday and Christmas.
So eBay
I hated that about GameFly, that you could send it back whenever, because you would always be on a waiting list for a fucking game for like months because dumb assholes would keep it forever.
Oh, they didn't have
Hated
a
that
certain
shit.
amount of time?
Nope.
Well, I guess Netflix didn't either, huh?
Yeah, they did. You had to send it back within a week, remember? Like 7
No.
days.
Well, so no, I don't remember because I
know what you
sent
did.
it
I'm
back.
just saying that, yes, they had a time frame of when you had to send it back so you wouldn't accrue the fact that they would just take it out of your account that you paid for it.
Right.
If you didn't. So he says, I tried that AEW Fight Forever game thanks to GameFly. I got bored and I just sent it back today. Sometimes it takes a week for the game to come here for GameFly. Pickle says, scenario, something like my cousin's kid had stuck 3 DVDs in one player once. How the fuck? Unless it's like sucking them in.
Yeah, those types.
Like, how could you get 3 of them stuck in there?
Well, you keep shoving them in.
Well, the thing of it is why would it even take it?
You could just shove them in.
No, well, yeah, you'd have to literally shove
Yeah,
them in.
and they would wedge them in there. Kids, they used to do it with VHS tapes too. Shove them in sideways.
Oh my God. What kind of children are you guys around? My God. Any kid who got near electronics in my house would probably get their hands chopped off.
Right? It's like Saudi Arabia.
But my family was very like tech orientated.
No,
with some stuff.
no.
So there was a lot of like sometimes nice stuff. So
Did you have the VCR with the top open?
No, that was an older version. We didn't get anything like that. We got the newer ones where you just put it in the front.
I need to ask my my stepmom if she still has my dad's. He had one.
The old school, the older. That was like one of the first types.
They were like $1,000.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that. We had to wait until later in the 80s.
Yeah.
Before we got, it was close. I was probably about 10, so late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Before we got a
they were still
VCR.
they were still super.
They were like $300-400.
Oh, they were more than that. They were close.
Well,
to $5.
they had to have been close to that because we made enough money at our
berries or
yard sale
for
stuff that we were able to buy one.
That's awesome.
Because my mom already had one. Like they had bought, like she had budgeted for and bought one.
Right.
And then she was like, we need another one. Because she wanted to record stuff.
Well, that's and then
And so we had to buy another one.
So then the video stores started cracking down on that because they knew people were doing
Yeah,
that.
and so my mom bought these like silver tabs. They were like silver, and you just taped it over that part where the little clip came out, and it went, and because it was a reflective silver thing or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anyways, so then they did it digitally, and so if you tried to record it, it would have lines through it. And so you got these RCA jacks that had this box in the middle of it. Trust me, we did it up until DVDs. My Uncle Larry was super into that. So we had like every movie burnt on VHS tape.
Right. Pico says the movie was warped.
Yeah, for sure.
Sophie says, we had the Netflix DVD thing and it was ridiculous. If you don't send it back, you have to pay a certain amount of money if you miss the limit. See, I told you.
Well, just watch it.
AJ Adventure and more. Hey, AJ, how's it going? Says hi, hello. And Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Sunday for AEW Pay For You. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us. We might see you on Sunday. Robbie says, a strict family, D. And it's just one of those things where you just don't let your kids with sticky fingers play with your electronics. Nowadays, nobody cares because it's just a throwaway society, so I don't give a flying fuck. But back then in the day when you were, not even born yet, I guess you could say, back in the old days, where I had to walk to school.
Uphill.
Both ways in the snowstorm. That shit was fucking expensive. And you couldn't just go to the store and be like, well, I fucked this one up, I'm going to just get me another one. That shit was expensive.
I couldn't imagine in my childhood being able to buy something for $50.
Yeah, like some of the shit you can buy now.
That you could watch anything on.
I know, right?
Like a VCR when I was a kid was $300 to $700.
Yeah. Pickle says eating paint chips. Yes, Pickle eating paint chips. I never understood that because we didn't really have lead paint.
If you didn't have lead paint, you wouldn't know.
I didn't know anything about it because, one, I was not a latchkey kid. Even though I grew up in that era, I was not a latchkey kid because I had a parent at home, like, all the time. I was a very lucky, kid.
That era.
I grew up, in a very, very middle-class family where I had only one parent that worked. And so I didn't ever think about it until people talk about it now. And I'm just like, wow, I was a spoiled brat because I had a parent home all the time. And my parent was very active in our lives, both of our parents. And so I didn't have a divorced parents or anything of that nature, but my parents are way older than Travis's parents. So our parents are actually 10 years different. So my parents were older parents. And they came from parents that actually went through the Depression. Literally lived through the Depression and were raising families during the Depression. So
right, they weren't born after the Depression.
So, where Travis's parents literally were born in the 50s. And my parents were the end result of other parents who were having children during the Depression and lived through it. And so I was raised in a completely different environment, completely different of, one parent worked, the other one stayed home. Not that the other parent didn't come, give to, the money, because my mom was the type of person that she just did stuff. She grew berries and sold them. She sewed clothes for people and sold them. She made dolls for people and sold them. My mom did all kinds of stuff just to make money for the household. So there were some extra things. But we weren't, well off by any means. We were just taken care of. We just didn't get extra things. And I lived out in the country, so I didn't get, cable and major TV stuff. And if we went to the store, it was you only went, once every 2 weeks, and you got what you got, and that was fucking it. We never went out to eat. That was a total treat. Completely different. We talk about our childhoods and stuff like that, and they are very, very opposite. Very, very opposite. So it's kind of funny. but, you know.
Yeah.
So eating paint chips were not in my repertoire.
So it really wasn't anybody our age anyways. That's the kids from like the 50s and 60s and 40s and stuff.
Whatever, because there are people that talk about it that were, I bet your sister probably would know kids that eat paint chips.
Right.
Because they were still doing it, but it was in.
Do you realize how good paint was?
I understand. People tell me all the time it was really sweet.
Yeah.
Like it was like candy.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why. I'm not dissing it by any means. I get why kids did it. One I never understood was glue. I never understood why kids would want to eat glue because that shit's disgusting. Like it tastes gross, it smells gross because every person's gonna try it. Everybody out there, whether you fucking want to say it or not, you tasted Elmer's glue.
Well, everybody did.
You may not have eaten it, but you fucking tasted that shit. Because if it got under your finger, you'd be like...
I could taste it now.
I know, right? It's got that sour... Like, it's so gross.
I can taste it right this second.
I never understood why people ate it. Like, this kid in school, he would just be, like, over there by his desk going like this. Just eating it! Eating it, and I'm like, is that kid starving? I told my mom one time, I was like, why do they do that? She's like, he's probably hungry. She's like, he probably doesn't get a lot of food at home. Either that or something wrong with him.
Right. He's playing with the dust in the window.
I don't know. Anyways, we are watching a match. Sorry, guys. Give you some
like a reverse Hurricane Rana.
family crap nobody cares about. Anyway, Sophie said there were some games I got from GameFly that somehow was still destroyed before it got here.
Yeah, that happens too.
Oh, yeah, that's why I hated GameFly
Oh, I did that with Netflix like twice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the movie was broken.
Oh, so you could keep it?
Yeah. And then, because I didn't want to burn it or something.
Pico was like, take care of Walter. And Sophie said, I don't understand why Netflix still do the DVD thing, even though they have the streaming service. And Pico says, okay, time to make a grilled cheese Sammy. Well, Sophie, we still have red boxes, so that might be why.
We do, don't we?
Yep, they're still around.
I wonder if they get used.
A lot of people I see at them all the time, especially when I go to the grocery store. Sophie says, didn't Netflix try to do their own version of GameFly at one point? I don't remember Netflix having games.
I don't remember that, so I'm going to say no, but I
know Blockbuster did. I'm pretty sure Blockbuster had
sucks.
games.
Their business motto was terrible.
Brandon says, Mission, Michin, Mary Brandon, Mia Yim, you slapped by Jimmy Uso.
Not by Jimmy.
Oh,
She
he almost
Jimmy.
got him. Ray
but
almost
yeah,
got him.
for sure. Go get Reckoning. Go get her.
Yeah.
Make her yours.
Pico's like, seriously, like, you keep your shit intact. No, it's true, Pico. Like, I'm still like that with my stuff to this day. Like...
That's it. Ray won.
Ray won over Santos.
It was a
didn't
fruit
put it on
roll-up.
him.
With
fine. A fruit roll-up. How lame is that shit? Santos is like, I suck.
Nah, it was a fruit roll. They'll do it again.
He's like, I'm going to go recalculate my decisions in life. He's like, man, we need to do this again. That's the magic of Ray!
Santos needs to kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, just smack him in the face. Like, whack him! Like, I hate you.
Go up behind him and kick him in the nards. Like the Wolfman.
People, I get in trouble with Travis all the time because I will buy things, nice things, and I won't take them out of the box.
Ever.
Like, ever. Like, I have bought things that I'm like, I really like this and I want it, and then I never take it out of the box.
So, true story. This computer right here was still in the box 2 years after it was bought. And I'm like, look, I'm just going to open it and fucking use it before it's just completely outdated and dumb. Then I got it, and I got it all working and everything, you know, because it's brand new. Literally broke the plastic, all that stuff. And it sucked because it was old. Look at this. The Street Profits attacking.
The Street Profits are
There it
attacking
is.
poor Santos.
They're showing that heart. Anyway, so then I called up a computer guy, and I said, hey, can you make this faster? And he's like, yeah. So he came and got it, took it, brought it back, and now it's awesome. We put a solid state drive in there, and I think we upped the... No, we didn't touch the RAM. Just solid state drive. And that shit, if you don't have a solid state drive in your computer, there's something wrong with you. It is night and day difference.
Piccolo says lending out things and never get it back. That's your hide. Oh my God. Like, that is my biggest. I will not lend people shit.
It's hard. If anything, I'll just buy him one.
I don't like it.
Just buy him whatever it is.
Ravi's like, nah, I value my money to be disrespecting my shit, yo. Well, that's it, right, Ravi? So you respect her. So I was raised in a household that way. That's what I was saying about electronics and things like that. Like, that's why I was joking about, like, chopping off.
He is out. Bobby just crushed homeboy.
Oh, the one guy of the LWO?
He hit him with a Judas effect and basically knocked him out.
That's funny.
Look at the back of his shirt.
I've done that to my shirts before.
I've seen beautiful women in shirts like that.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
I usually tried to turn it around the other way. No, I'm just kidding.
Just titties.
That was the front.
You should have saw the back. Oh!
I'm kidding. That was when I was really hot in my younger days. Now I'm just Now I'm just okay.
You're like, I had a bikini top on. It was fun.
It was fine. It was fine.
It'd be hard as shit to put on. Just strings.
Where's the armhole? Is this where my head goes? So it says, I think there were times we didn't watch every Netflix TV that we got, or if we did, by the time we got it, it was past the limit. Weird. So it says, with Gamefly, I like that on the app that it shows you what is coming soon in the brand new for all the video game systems. And so Travis' parents were born when dinosaurs were around? No, that would be my parents.
Mine were in the 50s. 53 to be honest. Be exact.
So he says I used to go to Blockbuster to get movies or games or sometimes TV shows, but we used to go to Blockbuster, but I don't remember how often we went to Blockbuster.
Breaking news.
Piccolo says military brat, so my dad would keep up with electronics and we had at least 3 TVs in the house. It's so funny because we didn't have a lot of TVs in the house when I was younger. We had one in the living room, in the main room, and that was it. And we had one in the kitchen. And we would turn it on in the morning before school to see if school was canceled or not. That was it. That was it. We didn't listen to the radio for it. We literally would turn on the TV to see if the school was canceled that day when it was in the winter.
Did you have to wake up to
no.
Or did your mom wake you up?
No, I didn't have. I had like radio clocks that didn't do the
I had the radio. I turned it on that, but what would happen is I would just dream of the songs.
Oh yeah, I never had that problem.
And so I would sleep through
I don't know about my brother, but I personally never had that problem.
But
I'm
still
such
to
a
this
light
day,
sleeper.
I cannot handle that noise.
It's very traumatizing. It's PTSD traumatizing. No, I was always a very light sleeper even then. Like now then my God, I can wake up to a buzzing on my wrist for fuck's sake.
I can now. I couldn't then.
So,
but yeah. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning and had to go to school.
Even when I was up till
or at 7, 3 hours of
sleep. Even during my senior year of high school, when I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then would get like a couple hours of sleep. Nope, never had a problem. Just normal radio station, never had a problem. I was so freaked out that I would miss school or be late or tardy that my stress would make it so I would just wake up.
Yeah, the stress on time. That's
the stress
always
time. Fun. The stress on time. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, always.
I would always wake up like, hey, what time do we have to be up? Okay. And I would just get up at that time.
Either get up at that time or you wake up on the hour every hour for the whole night. I hated that. I still hate that. Still happens to me sometimes. Especially if something stressful has happened in my life, like work-wise or personal or whatever's going on, right? And you know it because I've done it before. And I'm just like every fucking hour, wake up. What time is it? What time is it? What's happening? Do I need to do something?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. And no matter how relaxed I am before I go to sleep, like it's fine, everything's good. You know, you go through some breathing exercises, take a hot shower.
But that goes away in your sleep.
It does. Your REM and your subconscious is like, we're thinking about this and you're going to think about it forever. let's see. Pico said that. We were talking about how many TVs. So really, there was no such thing as a TV in my room until I was in, like, later in high school. Like, and almost out of high school. And then I got a TV in my room because I basically had, you know, like, it were things that I might have had some money or something, and so my mom and I would go in on getting stuff. And
I had a 13-inch TV in my room as long as I can remember. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't remember not having it.
So my first TV in my room was a 32-inch, but it wasn't really a 32-inch. It was the one where it had the speakers on the side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he says, with one high school field trip, we used to walk to McDonald's for breakfast. Mm-hmm. People's like, smells and tastes that trigger childhood memories. True that.
Yeah, the glue.
Ugh, that kid was so gross. Sophie's like, that was awesome. Sometimes with GameFly, with the games, didn't know it was going to work until I put it in the PS5. You were right about the Street Profits attacking someone, but the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that Bobby was a U.S. champion, and they've kind of like
already
thrown him back at it again. And it's just weird. I figured they were done with it, but they aren't, I guess. Sophie says, do you expect the Street Profits to get new theme music next? Why?
Eventually.
Maybe. I don't know, but why? I mean, it
so
works.
Yes, I don't know next though. I don't like guessing what order people are going to get.
Sophie says we just need a name for this group. What great group? Are you talking about the Street Profits? Travis already told you they're the street business.
It's the street business. Bobby was so happy.
He's like, oh my God, you guys did it. You guys are amazing. Go beat him up.
Looks like a grandpa.
I know, right? His glasses.
They should have the 4 of them wrestle the 3 of the other one.
So the camera work or the camera or whatever it is.
Did he just say something about an Oompa Loompa?
I guess he said a bad word there. They like cut him out. He's like, did you see their balls? Their cojones?
Huevos.
So Toasty Marshmallow, like, because of how the camera, like, angles on her, makes her face look funny. Like, her whole, like, head is, like, all shaped funny, but it's not normally, so you're just like, what's wrong with your head? But they, like, almost, like, fish-eyed, like, that camera. Mm-hmm. So it made her all weird. So it was like, we used to have 4 TVs in the house. In one of the houses, we used to have the computer next to the kitchen. A rising star, bitches! Love it.
Wow.
Boatload of charismas, right? They better not fuck her up. I would be so fucking pissed at WWE if they fuck her up. Because she is like my favorite.
She's so cute.
I know, right? Oh, just like her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but I really, really, really like her. Love her. She's so amazing. And the changes that she made over the course of being that champion, the TV champion, was just phenomenal. Like, her growth was just like, holy shit. Like, you know, you don't see that a lot with some of these ladies, so you don't get to watch it. Even in NXT, you don't really see the growth because they're so stunted in NXT. They get so far and then they can't go anywhere else, and they put them on the main roster and they kind of fall flat. Not all of them, but some of them do, and some of them excel and they're okay. But
well,
like,
the problem
from
is,
the beginning to her leaving AEW as not the champion, from that whole year of her being, or however long it was she was a champion for that.
Yeah.
Her start to finish, like if you go back and watch her very first promo and everything of when she started to her end, it's
different,
just so crazy how much she grew. And you're just like, holy shit. And her work in the ring
I don't know if
too.
you remember this, but she teamed up with Shaq.
Yeah.
And wrestled Cody and Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of remember that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of the beginning of her. So Shaq's been her tag team partner before, so she's tagged up with some greats.
So he's like, I'm okay with electronics. I used to sleep through my alarm to get ready for the bus, and I missed the school bus that was next to my house. I had to rush most of the time. And Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla says, I'm alive!
It's 6:30.
You're alive! It's already 7:30 and you're alive! Sophie says,
6:30 when she comes.
Every house I move to always have a TV in my room. If I'm somewhere without a TV in the room, I don't know what to do with myself. So he says, wow, hyping up Jade Cargill signing, as they should. So he says, I moved so many times over the years. Usually in the old days, me and my family would move every 4 years or sometimes every couple of years.
That was my life.
Travis's life was exactly like that. In fact, he never moved out of boxes.
Basically. My mom liked to move once a year.
He literally lived out of boxes his whole entire childhood. Yep. Piccolo says, not sure who you're gloating on. And Piccolo's like, hey, Ayla. And Ayla's like, yeah, I used to move a lot. It was my grandma's, Travis's mom's hobby. Yeah, Ayla knows. She fucking did it with you when she was little.
Well, when she was little, but they did settle down in
Yeah,
2000,
once they kind of brought you into the home and you were like a permanent fixture in the home. Once you were basically, quote unquote, adopted by grandma and grandpa, they didn't move anymore. Like, you literally had a stable home. You were probably the only kid they had that could say that they had a stable home with them.
Right. She did move at least 3 times, though, because she lived at Nora at first, and then out in Chubbuck. I can't remember the name of that
I know,
place.
but this was when, like, she was on and off with him. Like, she wasn't quite living in the house constantly, right?
She moved twice, at least, when it was 100%. But it was because they just weren't ready to buy a house yet. And then they did. And that was like in 01. So she was 10 or
really?
9.
I thought she was 8 when.
Right, and she was. So she lived in 2 different places. So she'll remember very well,
Well, of course she
the
will.
2 apartments that they lived in.
Right.
I don't know if she remembers the Nora house.
Was she 10 when they moved to the trailer park over there?
Yeah, I think
Was she 10 then?
I think it was 01. And I think
Were
she was
you
born,
10, Ayla? Were you 10 when you were out in Chubbuck? I guess you could call it Chubbuck. She says she moved 4 times. Now, I'm not talking with your actual mom. I'm talking with grandma. Because I know you live with her quite a bit.
She lived on Nora and Chubbuck in the apartment somewhere over here. And then where she lived.
Says Nora, Garfield, Harrison, Poole, and Chubbuck.
Oh, Garfield. I forgot about Garfield. That's funny. Yeah.
Wow,
I used to sleep with
many times.
I used to sleep with
Sherry?
the neighbor downstairs.
Gross, Travis.
I knew her from high school. She was older than me, though.
That's nasty.
I didn't really live there. I just went over there to...
Hill's like, hi, Fat Lisa. Sophie's like, I read a report that some AEW stars that were part of the WWE thinks being with AEW is a step down, and I expect them to come back to the WWE once their AEW contracts expire. But the problem of it is, Sophie, is a lot of those people were let go from WWE, so are they really going to have a place back there?
Yeah, like, who's coming back? Malachi? Probably not.
I guess the only ones that didn't get let go was like Daniel Bryan, because he fought and fought and fought to be able to fight with WWE, and he got that. He found one that they said, okay, fine, if that doctor will let you, then that's fine, and he did, and then he quit.
Right, and then what about the other one? The Moxley. I don't think he's welcome back.
Oh, I don't think they'll welcome him back at all.
Jericho, I bet, would come back smelling like roses.
Oh, definitely. They especially if they offer him commentator shit. Mm-hmm. If they put him in just commentator without doing like a lot of wrestling stuff, he'd come back in a heartbeat.
Oh,
I bet.
Can you imagine?
He would probably get paid buco.
Game changing if he was on.
If he ever wants to like quote unquote retire from actual wrestling, he would be smart to go back to WWE. I think the only reason why he doesn't and he's not with him is because AEW probably gives him a lot more flexibility with his band. Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason why. Because WWE has a big problem with that, right? Your extracurricular activities. They don't like that. They want a piece of the pie.
Unless it's short, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bianca going to Kentucky Derby. That stuff's...
Yeah, like that kind of stuff is fine. I mean, that's promotional stuff. That's PR stuff. Right. That's different.
Yeah, not
PR
personal.
shit's completely different.
Not making money on the company's name out.
You know, it's just kind of like, oh, it's fine that Roman Reigns was in a movie, you know, and he was just, an extra in it. It's fine, right? Mm-hmm. But the minute he wants to actually do a full-time movie, You notice that John Cena and The Rock had to leave in order to do that.
Right, to become full-time superstars.
So completely different. It's just a completely
Hulk
different stuff.
Hogan did it too to Vince's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Or Vince Senior, I guess you could just say
Right.
Vince. Vince said, "Hey, you got to work," and he said, "Oh, well, Mr. Stallone asked me to come be in a movie," and he said, "You have to be to work," and he said, "I got asked to be in a movie." All right, well, if you go in that movie, you're done. And he said, "Okay," and he left and
Made his movie.
and then Vince bought the company and brought him right back.
That's funny.
He's
Ayla
like-
says, I know I've been busy. See, it was her hobby moving. Yes, I do know. Sophie says, wow, is this the main event match?
Yeah, it should be Bailey and Charlotte.
Yeah. Ayla says, I didn't move a crazy amount, but I went to almost every elementary school in our town. And then she gave the names of the places. And Sophie says, after my dad died, me and my mom had to find a house to move into like a few weeks after he died. Happens to a lot of people. It says, I remember living on Nora. No, that was with Sherry, not April. Okay. Well, I knew you lived with Sherry and them off and on a little bit when you were little. But then you were kind of full-time living with them when you were, just starting school kind of time. So he says, we move every time because the rent wherever we live kept going up, but we couldn't afford it. Oh, no. He's trying to make him go, but it's his shoulder, not his feet. What's even more hilarious is why is he making him not walk? It's his shoulder. Is that the stupid shit? Is that supposed to be the funny part?
That's all is funny. Oh, look, he's getting so much better. Oh, his coordination.
Oh, no, not his shoulder.
He can't do it.
Jesus.
Oh, look at this. I mean, just the will. You know what I mean? Just the pure will, the intestinal fortitude. He's an inspiration.
This is the fucking kind of crap that Vince loves, though. This shit right here. Even though they're a tag team, this is the kind of goofy fucking crap that he's like, yes.
Look at this. And he can take his steps.
Oh, no, he can walk again? How is that possible? It says, I remember I couldn't sleep alone on Nora. Travis used to catch rattlesnakes. I remember the dog Sandy and our neighbors Pinky and Violet. Or Violet.
Yeah.
I was 10 when we moved to Chubbuck. That's what I thought. I thought you were 10. I was like, I'm pretty sure you were 10 years old when they moved to a permanent house that you never moved away from until, you moved out when you were older.
Yeah, I'd put them in 5-gallon buckets. The rattlesnakes.
I remember you telling me that. And the nest of them you found.
That was it was in the neighbor's shed, but.
Sophie says Buddy Matthews maybe. Ravi says Ayla in the house. Roll out the red carpet for Ayla. So the only reason why they would maybe take Buddy Matthews back if he really wanted to is because Rhea's there. And they're together. But it would have to be they permanently stayed together, right? Maybe Andrade might be another one. He kind of didn't get fired or anything. He kind of just left.
They don't want Andrade.
But he's not going to change anything.
Trust me, they don't.
Buddy Matthews isn't going to change anything. They're so mediocre guys that why would you want them?
They don't want Andrade back. And the reason I say that is because he's not the same as he was, and now he's Charlotte, but a dude.
Yeah,
he uses
crazy.
her moves. It's weird to me. And it would just not go over well with the WWE
Rob
universe.
Says, Ayla in the house. Roll out the red carpet for Ayla. And it was like, I only remember living next to Nora in that trailer with April. I was little. Jaco's in the chat. Hey, Jaco says hi. Hello. And Robbie says, do they defo want a piece of the pie? Sophie says, Chris Jericho said that the Festival of Friendship was the best thing he never done. Okay. Pico's like, change my mind and cook some fried rice.
Fried rice.
Like you cooked it yourself? Cool. Sophie says if Roman does leave the WWE for Hollywood, who would replace him?
Cody.
Jacob says The Rock and John Cena versus the Bloodline Fastlane in 2023. Oh, yeah? Sophie says, wow, this is a joke video package. Butch is going to be on NXT tomorrow night. It says, Nora, that duplex is basically where April left me. She'd appear every now and then to spite Sherry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I need a shaggy red carpet because I like to run my toes through it. Set up a show. Shaggy red carpet.
Charlotte's going right after her.
So it says it will be interesting what former WWE star that is, then the AEW will show back up in WWE TV. Possibly none. Robbie says you need a day old rice for fried rice. Yes.
I'm going to
you do.
fry up some later on tonight.
You're going to fry up some rice?
I don't know.
Oh.
Sounds good. I don't even know what fried rice is, but it sounds good.
Basically, you just heat a pan, put some oil in it, and then you like put
Your rice in it?
you put rice in it,
With
and
eggs?
then you kind of heat it. Well, it depends on how you want to make it.
Can you
So if you have
scramble
vegetables,
eggs?
you want to do some vegetables first, or like meat. So you do your meat first, and then you do whatever vegetables you're gonna add,
Is meat
and your sauces or whatever.
eggs?
And no, you can do both. And then you put in your rice and like heat it up, right, and fry it around because you're frying it in oil. And then you do your eggs kind of last, so you kind of like move everything over, and then you put your eggs in the side and kind of like cook them up, and then mix them into your rice. And there you go, fried rice with stuff. Which you could do because you have like peas and carrots, like the frozen peas and carrots.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like thaw them out a little bit, and then just you
Whoa!
you
Up
could
over.
do it with, you can make chicken fried rice. So, like, take your chicken thighs in there and, like, take it all off the bone and, like, chop it up.
I get it. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want me to explain more?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Spam. But you don't eat spam.
Yeah.
But spam. Spam fried rice. Come on.
Do it. You should make some.
No. I don't want fried rice.
You don't? Sounds good.
No. Ayla says, rice for my toes. Yeah. Rice for your toes. Robbie says, Charlotte going to get a beatdown versus Bayley, you think? Sophie says, interesting that the last two SmackDowns, the main event match, were women matches. Yeah, they've been doing that a lot lately.
That's all right. It's Charlotte. You can't not main event her.
Sophie says, Matt Cardona hinted that he might be coming back to... You know what? The main event isn't going to be this. The main event's going to be John Cena talking.
Uh-huh. That's not a main event, though. The last match will be the main event. But, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's going to close down with Cena.
Yeah. Ayla says, when do you have a show on, Saturday or Sunday? Well, technically, there's a pay-per-view Sunday, but...
Why? What do you want? What are you doing?
We haven't really
I have...
resorted to doing
what are those called? Like a disk drive? A thumb drive? With pictures that are yours. I don't know why I have them or where they came from. But I think they were on an old computer. It's like Oreo, videos of Oreo and videos of Karen.
Wow.
When he was little. I didn't see Spike on it. I didn't go through every video either. But there's one with Jordan in it. These are like 10 years old, these videos. So it's pretty funny because Jordan looks like a little kid.
Oh, right. Well, he doesn't still look. No, I'm just kidding. He looks like a child still. I don't know what you're
He's
talking
like laying
about.
on the ground playing with the
He can't even grow
cat.
a beard. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Anyways, you need to come get it. Unless
So-
you want me to keep it, I'll just put it in a drawer.
So it says Sami Callihan from Impact contract expired, so he could show back up in WWE or go to AEW.
Old Callahan.
I don't know.
Callahan Auto. You don't know
Piccolo
Callahan
says,
Auto.
I know what that is. I don't know what Sami Callihan is. Piccolo says, I just made it like breakfast style with onion and sausage. Oh. Sophie says, more you know about rice with D. Yeah, it's amazing, Sophie, that people learn things. How strange. It was like, show him a LS tutorial on YouTube for fried rice right now. Robbie says, add some MSG and some soy sauce and chili sauce. It's a game changer. Well, that's why I said you add your sauces in there too. I said that, but I didn't specify what kind of sauces. But yes, you would add sauces. Sophie says, I'm surprised you guys aren't doing the pay-per-view Sunday.
Still might. Fuck,
I don't know.
I need to look at the matches. I haven't looked at it yet.
We haven't decided, so I guess if you guys want to hang out with us, we'll be around, but we might not, so who knows. It was like nothing. I don't need to come over. I just want to watch it. So I gave you that to give Grandma pictures or videos of her cats. Just keep it. Oh. And she's like, you can go through them. Rob is like, John Cena talking, save it. That's a sign to go to bed. Yeah, we're going to leave before that. So, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Let's leave right now.
What I could do is somehow figure it out and just log on to her. That's funny. Log on to her Facebook and do it that way.
Right.
Because then she could look at it on her own.
Because you
Facebook.
have like access to your mom's Facebook.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
I just think it's funny. It's not a bad thing. It's just funny.
Oh. my.
They probably can't show it there. They have floods. I'm just kidding. Piccolo says Sammy is not WWE material. He's like Raven or like Punk, rough around the edges.
Yeah, no, he's not. You're talking about Guevara. Plus the whole he wants to rape thing didn't work out very well. And the audience
Something like
wouldn't
Sammy
come around.
Callahan was in NXT like 5 years ago. I forgot what his NXT name was. I don't even know who Sammy Callahan is. Are you talking about Sammy Guevara?
No.
Then who the fuck is Sammy Callahan?
I know what he looks like, but I can't tell you who
Good.
he is.
I don't want to know now. Please stop talking about this person. It looks like weekdays are a pain lately. Getting up at 5 a.m. is exhausting.
Yeah, what are you doing at 5 a.m.?
Because she's got to get her kid to school, remember?
At
He
5?
fucking starts school at like 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
I thought it was like 8.
No, it's not. It's a god-awful time in the morning that kid starts it.
Robots were taking over again.
Were they? Where? What?
I heard them.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. That's all I hear is nothing. Nothing. Buffering. Pickle's like right and nobody. It's not that. Like I don't know them. I'm not being mean. I don't know this person. And if you can't explain who the person is to me, then there's no reason to keep talking about them. But they could be great coming back to WWE. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Like, okay, who is this person? What have they done? You know, like that's all. Not that they're a nobody, Piccola.
Shut the hell up! I don't need you cheering for me.
Shut up! I pierced my nose twice on one side. Bah. It was like, make sure you wash them first, just in case. I'm 99% sure it's just cats on coke. Oh, it's not your porn? You're in Jordan's porn? Gross, Ayla.
She was a little kid. I doubt she was videoing.
Sophie's like, the pay-per-view Sunday is going to be like the Impact crowd with 100 people. With Adam Cole injured, wonder how they are going to rewrite that major storyline. Robbie's like, D calling them a nobody. I didn't call anybody a nobody.
What the fuck?
Robbie Piccola did.
Charlotte just beat her with a spear.
That must have been a really mean spear.
Bailey's done.
Either that or Bailey like just gave up on life.
Maybe it wasn't a spear. It looks like she dropped her on
And
her
Charlotte's like, my shirt's coming undone. I have to end this quick.
My tits are free. My tits are free.
She's like, my tie came undone at the bottom of my stuff.
Ollie.
Oh, that's why it took her out. Is because her
was a spear.
momentum. It hurt her.
Yeah.
It hurt her guts.
It was a spear,
why.
by the way.
Pico's like, who? I don't know. You tell me, Piccola. Ayla's like, I get up at 5 mainly because I need to be awake for a minute to be a human. His school is at 6:50. I wake him up at 6. See?
Damn, that's awesome.
Sophie's like, wow, 17 more minutes. Ayla's like, oh my God, Dalitha, there's a line and you crossed it.
Look, they're all
well,
three of them.
I just figured that's why you
Is
were
somebody
telling them
gonna
to
come
watch
help
them
Charlotte?
first. Who?
Somebody.
Oh, from these people? Like, what's Dakota Kai going to do? She's not... I don't think she's quite ready to get in there and beat people up unless she's going to take her brace off and beat her.
Who is it? It's going to be
Bianca.
Shotzi, huh?
Shootsy?
No, Asuka.
No, it's Asuka. Asuka
I thought it would
Posca.
be Shotzi, but Shotzi and her don't get along. With Scarlett. Or Charlotte.
Charlotte's like, oh, okay, what are we doing here? This is fun. Sophie's like, Io versus Charlotte versus Asuka looks to be the pay-per-view match next weekend. Why? Just because Charlotte's having a fight with Bailey doesn't mean that she's after the title. You guys are weird. Ila's like...
There.
Now it's official.
Now it's official.
I guess Sophie heard it before we did.
You're like, why?
That seems stupid.
Never mind.
Oh, never mind. Bailey opened her big fat mouth and made it a thing.
Bailey's been
no
to
triple
Japan.
X stuff. Jesus, I just figured that's why you wanted him to go through it, just in case so he's not just uploading willy-nilly videos, you know, onto Grandma's fucking Facebook. She gets banned.
Inappropriate.
I was just making sure, like, hey, you know, like the way you said it. Make sure you watch them first, just in case. Laughing? Hello? You're the one that started that. Watch them just in case.
Why do I want to watch it? Delete the watch.
I'm not fucking watching it. I'm just saying that she told you to watch him just in case before you started uploading him to Grandma's Facebook page. All our friends. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. It was like, no, Travis, not awesome. It's terrible. So why does SmackDown always seem to be the fastest out of the two shows? Because it's Friday and we all want to leave.
It's 2 hours, and they rush it. Like it's fine. They do it really quick. It's like AEW. AEW moves pretty quick too. But that third hour of Raw, it's like, and there's a lot more talking on Raw, a lot more slow stuff.
Yeah. It was like, so I remember Graham was very upset when Oreo died, and I had videos and pictures, so I gave them to Travis so he could get her them. That was forever ago. He died like, 8 years ago? Way to go, Travis.
It was like 9 years ago. But yeah.
You know, what's even more horrible is that cat didn't need to die.
Yeah, we tried to take it. But...
I had just said I needed to wait until after Thanksgiving, like the day after even. Because I had everybody coming over to the house, and I didn't want Oreo to be stressed out with not only coming to a new home, but also having to deal with 2 dogs. Not just Argus, but also Meg. And so I did not want him to be stressed that badly. But I was willing to take Oreo because I loved Oreo. But I'm just saying, like, and she took that as, you don't want my cat. So she's like, murder him. Like, oh, the gas was on and I couldn't turn it off. It's like, gas leak. And I'm like, what the fuck? Your mom just murdered her cat for no reason. Just because. It's like, god damn. It's terrible. So it was like they announced Io versus Asuka versus Charlotte for the pay-per-view next weekend on commentary.
Yeah, saw it. Just a minute late.
So Ayla says delete that with her nasty. That's not fucking nasty thoughts, dude. It was how you worded it. Don't word shit like that. Don't say, make sure you watch them first, just in case. Who fucking says that? You didn't have to. You could. Yeah, they're all with the cat videos. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Make sure I don't swear. Might want to look at them.
I mean, that's it. You don't say it like you said it. You nasty. You're the one nasty. You're the one that was like, oh, there might be stuff on there I don't want people to see.
When I was in 6th grade, I was staying at the neighbor's house. And we pushed play on the VCR. And it was porn. And it was like hardcore porn. Like real porn.
Right.
It took me right around what felt like 5 minutes, but it could have been maybe a minute.
To know what you were really looking at.
What the fuck is that? Because it was all zoomed in, so it was like this tropical fruit looking thing. Getting just... And I'm like, what is it?
That's gross, cuties!
I don't want that, my eyes. I can't wash my eyes.
It's like burned in your brain. As a child, that would be so traumatizing.
I was like, oh!
No matter what kind of household you grew up in, it'd be completely traumatizing.
Oh, shit.
Robbie's like, Bailey knows WWE will always choose Charlotte over most. Okay. Ayla's like, I remember you telling me that at Jumbo's dad. I don't know why she does things like that. Sorry. Wait, she put him in the oven? No, her excuse was that, remember when she lived in that one trailer house out in Chubbuck after David passed away?
For like a minute.
She only lived there for a little while, like maybe a year or something like that. Anyways, and she was just going to be getting into the place where Grandma Fern lived.
Right, where she's at now.
Where she's at now. And she was like, I can only have 2 cats. She literally was like, I can only have 2 cats. We all knew it was going to happen. Like, we knew one of them was going to be murdered. So, and sure enough, it was poor Oreo.
The oldest, yeah.
I was like, you bitch. I'm like, and made it like we didn't want him. I was like, fuck you. I was like, I wanted him. I couldn't take him right then and there. And she wasn't moving for months, by the way. Fucking months. She wasn't moving. Months. It wasn't like, oh my God, she's moving that week of Thanksgiving. And we were terrible people for not taking him right then and there. But that was the theory that everybody came to our house for dinner.
I know what it was.
I'm telling Ayla, though. I'm saying that was that year that everybody came to our house for Thanksgiving dinner. And no shit. Not like... I told Travis, I was like, we got to wait at least, until next week, So.
Yeah, because it was like a Sunday, and I was like, well, it'll be fine. But we had to get her... we had Megara and Argus. We had to get them used to that and all that. And we wanted all that after Thanksgiving.
After 20 people were at our house. Yeah.
But she took it as like, well, the dogs are going to be mean and it'd be a better life.
And they don't want him and stuff like that. Literally. And I was like so upset. Like I was so angry when I heard that. And her like little, whatever you want to call it, story, I guess you could say, or lie about how he passed away. Bullshit. Ayla's like, no, she put him in the oven. Well, she's so freaked out about gas, and that was her excuse. Like, and I was like, well, what happened to the other cats? They didn't get poisoned with gas? Like, just him? Oh, it was because he was so old.
Wait, what?
Remember how she said it was a gas leak?
No,
that was her first lie.
I thought she just took it to the vet, got it put to sleep.
No, her first lie was it was a gas leak, and that's how he died. Then she told you, no, she took him to the vet and put him down on purpose. On fucking purpose. Her first lie was that he died at the house because there was a gas leak.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? That's hilarious. Yeah, because that place had gas. Just like where she's at has a gas stove and she won't use it.
I would have called her out on it if I would have heard that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I bet you did call her out, and that's why she changed her story to the truth. I bet you did.
All right.
So, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that was her first story, and you were like, what the fuck? No. Yeah. Yeah, she does have stories, unfortunately.
She has a hard time lying to me.
I know. And when she said it, you knew she was lying the minute she said it. And then she had to tell you the truth. And she may not have said it around me because we talked about it later. And then that came out. But yeah, she was just being weird. And she was not moving until months. That's what pissed me off more than anything. It wasn't like it was something that had to be done right away. But she wanted it to be done right away of moving. And so it was just stupid. I feel so terrible because at least Oreo then had a cool life for a minute.
Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care.
But anyways, it's the end of SmackDown, guys. And of course we have John Cena out there talking if you're a big fan of him. He's got that contract with him.
Got about 2 minutes.
I'm not sure if she has it or if he's got it out there for somebody to sign the contract to or what. You would think the contract would be null and void since he kind of murdered his partner that was supposed to be in there for him with him.
He signed. They signed. Now he just needs somebody else to
sign.
sign.
Yeah, but wouldn't that name be there? Wouldn't AJ's name be on there? I feel like AJ's name was probably on the contract. Why'd you change shit? What are you watching? Watching your Asian porn on there or something?
It's just Fox and Orlando.
Sure. It's got the Asian porn.
He's not making it to Fastlane. Did he just run at him and take out?
He did. He's like, I run at you, and he's like, come on, bitch.
He took out Jimmy, but I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. I wasn't looking. I was looking down at what you were doing, but the people that it didn't even go back to what it was.
This is even a different country.
You're a different country. Oh, no! He thought he had him, but Jimmy came in and kicked him in the face. Oh, no. Just like last week, he's getting beat up. It was like, night, guys. Might see you again.
Oh, shit.
Well, I hope we see you again, honey. Just stay healthy.
Who's gonna
In
save
all your
him?
weirdness.
Who's gonna save him? We got 1 minute.
We'll have to go
stank
to
face.
dinner or lunch or something together sometime, Ayla.
It's over on all of them.
Pickle's like, good night, y'all. Oh, you leaving too? Okay, bye. We have like 3 minutes left, you guys. I don't know where you guys are going.
I think
It's literally, it's 2 minutes now.
I think it's over.
Well, it is over, but they got to beat him up for a couple minutes.
I mean, like...
Oh. It can't be. It's like 56, not 58. Well,
No.
your stuff is stupid.
Not one of them on the East Coast is working.
They're like, this is dumb. Nobody wants to watch this. It was like, you should post those, though, Travis. I'd like to see some of them.
Yeah, I'll get to it. I just gotta look on my phone and see if I have it.
Who is that?
L.A. Knight.
Oh, is that going to be the boy who helps him out?
It is. There he is.
He's like, I'm coming. Nobody else did. Kapow!
That's
Oh,
it.
he missed him. Oh, no. Get him. Oh, we got him. Don't
Don't hurt yourself.
Don't turn your back on the other one.
That one's a scary one.
Turn around. He's going to get you.
He's got a spike.
Oh,
he
almost
blocked
got
it.
ya. Oh, no.
L.A. into the ropes. Solo misses it.
I was like, the
Bad
wolves
big
have
neck breaker.
arrived. The wolves? Are you talking about the Bloodline thing?
I love those boots he's got on. Oh, God, he almost broke his
Those
neck.
are like old boots
Uh-huh.
from the old school days
Yeah.
of old rapper guys.
Yeah.
Timberlands.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm trying to stay healthy. Please take me to anything far away, at least 5 minutes away. We'll have to do it.
You should
Wanna
go to
Olive Garden?
Megadeth. Go to the Megadeth on the 3rd.
It's on a fucking Tuesday night. Who goes to shit on a Tuesday night?
Like what time are you
Poor
thinking?
people that don't have jobs.
9 p.m.?
Exactly. It's past my bedtime, but it's going to be past Ayla's because she has to take her kid to school the next day.
Yeah.
So it looks like LA Knight's going to help out John Cena, and we're done. Bye, everybody. Anyways, Ayla, we should go to, like, Olive Garden. You want to go to Olive Garden?
There it is. LA signing
he's
that
gonna sign it.
contract.
It's signed! Cena's upset, but happy? I don't know what's going on with his face.
He's
Why is his
beside
face so
himself
weird?
with happiness.
He's like, here's your pin. And he's like, yeah, my contract's signed by somebody who can help me out.
The guy I refereed for.
So the guy in the audience actually has an LA Knight, like, shirt on, one of them.
Uh-huh.
He just has his hands in his pockets like, meh.
Fuck that guy. Nobody likes John Cena.
Either that or go have a really nice dinner, like Cafe Toscano or something, Ayla.
Yeah, at a cafe in Toscano.
Anyways. You know, something with fucking pasta. You know, that kind of shit. And cheese. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You guys have a great rest of your Friday night / morning for Ravi. We're not sure if we're going to be here on Sunday, okay? That AEW Wrestle Dream pay-per-view is on Sunday. Travis is going to look at the stuff and just see. It will be Sunday night, normal, whatever it is. What is that?
Time.
Yeah, 6 p.m. or
Yeah.
whatever it is, Eastern time or whatnot.
It's 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m.
But it would be
Eastern.
7 with the pre-show because they always do the buy-in.
Right. So, yeah.
Good
So,
stuff, though.
so we'll, if we're here, we're here. Well, there's an arrest in the Tupac killing everybody. It was that one guy,
What the?
the driver.
They arrested somebody in the Tupac case. I just learned that in New York. That wasn't the driver. The driver is Suge Knight.
Oh.
He's already in prison.
Yeah, well, he probably did it.
Well, we know Suge Knight had something to do with it.
Well, he wasn't dead, so he had to have. It was him.
Old Suge.
But I was like, yeah, great show as always, you, Travis. Not so good for SmackDown.
Woo.
Sure.
Woo.
Yum, I'm down. Let me know. Okay, we'll do. Well, you give me your, what do you call that? Your schedule. Give me your schedule.
Schedule.
Give me your schedule.
I need
So
the
we can
schedule.
work it out with whoever has to watch your children.
Schedule.
Like their father. Anyways, all right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching Wrestling.